everyone, thank you for watching my video. My name is Noko. Today I talk about J-pop, fashion and Japanese culture in 80s because it's very interesting. None of other countries have it like that, I believe so. Let's get started. Did you know since 1950s there has been J-pop? Maybe you think, oh really? Because J-pop means popular music in Japan, just like K-pop for Korea. Is there anything like this? I-pop for India or B-pop for British? A-pop? No, I don't think so. But J-pop is music that young people in Japan listen to. We didn't call it J-pop back in 1950s. But why 1950s? Because before 1950s, people were listening music on radio and started buying records in 1950s and television started broadcasting. So here's interesting data for you. Percentage of Japanese people owning household items over the years, it's in percentage. If you look at 1957, washing machine only 20% of people had it, fridge even like 3%, and television 8%. That was black and white TV. But in 3 years, 1960, so about half of population had television, and next 5 years it's gonna be almost 90%, like almost everyone had television. But color TV only 2% back then. In 1970s, most of Japanese family had color TV. If you look at the personal car, mid-1970s, like half of Japanese people had a car. Talking about personal vehicle and television, if you compare to 2000 and 2020, it's getting less and less and less. Just like myself, we have TV but haven't turned on for like 6 months now because laptop is part of my body, and for transportation, like big city like Tokyo, it's quicker to use train or subway as a transportation, right? Okay, back to music. So popular music was there all the time, and in 1950s rock and roll came from US, like Elvis Presley, and in 1960s we call it group sound, like the Beatles or Rolling Stones, like 4-5 boys with music instruments. And in 1970s folk music was popular. It was not too loud music, just with guitar. And in 1980s it changed to new music. New music is nowadays people call it city pop. Okay, let's have a look music from 1950s. Okay, so Misora Hibari, Yukimura Izumi, Eri Chiemi, I think those girls were idol, and Sakamoto Kyu in the middle, and Frank Nagai at the bottom. So Sakamoto Kyu's song 上を向いて歩こう. Let's Walk Upward won the first prize in Hot 100 on June 15, 1963 as the English title Sukiyaki, and continues to keep the top position for 3 weeks after that. Now, do you believe me? Okay, 1960s, so people started to enjoy entertainment from movie theater to television at home, right? Okay, 1970s, more idols. So, on the left, it's Agnes Chan. I think she's from Hong Kong. And in the middle, Candice. And on the right side, it's Ring Ring and No1. I think they are from USA. So they are all wearing miniskirt, right? So I just thought, who started wearing miniskirt in searched up? And it seems in 1965, like mid-1960s, fashion designer started to design miniskirt. And in 1967, British model Twiggy came to Japan. And after that, lots of Japanese women started wearing miniskirt. Okay, back to music. They are Pink Lady, so singing and dancing duo, and everyone copied their dance. So back in 70s, there was no video, so I guess all kids try to remember their dance in front of TV. Okay, they are Finger Five, singing and dancing group with 5 brothers and sisters from Okinawa. I think they are their group name from Jackson 5, and they sounded like Jackson 5. Okay, Four Leaves. They were one of the earliest acts produced by talent agency Japanese. There was another group called Japanese in 1960s, but I would say they were origin of boy band in Japan. Okay, move on to 90s, 80s. There was so many pop music in 80s, so I picked 3 groups here. On the left, it's Checkers. They were wearing check all the time. Oh, not pasty rollers. They are Checkers. And in the middle, Onyanko Club. So I think I will talk about girls group in some other time, but I think there were about 50 members, just like AKB now. And on the right side, that was Yokohama Ginbai. So they look very different, right? Yokohama Ginbai style was unique, and the only thing in Japan that no other country have it. Just stop talking about music and let me show you about Yankee style for you. No one knows why we started call them Yankee. It's nothing to do with Yankee in America like a New York Yankees, but they had such a unique style. They sit on the street like this. We call it unko zuwari, and they stare down people walking on the street. Okay, hairstyles. We call it legend style. I think some boys still have this hairstyle at the moment, but Sorikomi was different. They shave their hair on forehead quite high, so it looks like Okay, school uniform, they modified uniform. So on the left, it should look like this. It's gakuran, but some boys made it longer. We call it choran, and some boys made it short. We call it tanran. And they also made a change for trousers, wider trousers. We call it dokan or pontan. Okay, then school bags. They squashed and made it flat, and it's not cool to have big bag with textbooks. Some of them had Yokohama Ginbai stickers on it, and they had tapes around the handles, and those colors had meaning. Red tape means pick a fight, White tape means, oh, accept a challenge to fight. Yellow tape, oh, I'm looking for a partner.
Wow.
And if girls have plaster on a back, it means I'm not virgin anymore. So girls' version of Yankee called skeban, they had long skirt with permed and colored hair. And yariman means slut. So, okay, I've been talking about culture in Japan back in 80s. Let me know if you had similar culture in your country. For me, it's time to go. I have to feed my monkey. So bye for now and see you next time. Bye!